Woohoo! There are a few new climbs. We've been advised go for it, but don't dig holes in the track.
Yeah, that's good. You're over the tree root now.
Property owners usually don't like erosion wrecking their slopes, and avoiding wheel spin is always a plus for us. It means working harder to find traction and thinking our way up technical climbs instead of using brute force. As always, you want maximum weight on that rear wheel to create a big tyre patch.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, but the handy thing is the tree holds it even if you lose it.
You can see Scott is barely touching the ground with his boot. Too much weight through your leg, you lose a lot of traction. Slipping the clutch is a critical skill. Too many riders just drop the clutch and start digging holes instead of going forward.
Yeah, there are a few tree roots around.
So don't rush everything. Stop and think your way through. Otherwise, you will wear yourself out way too fast. Be ready to drop that bike fast to avoid coasting backwards. See our video about hill climb recovery, how to safely stop and turn around on steep slopes. Let's see some traditional Romanian dancing there,
Whoa.
Brad. Scott uses his clutch to hold the bike in place. Check what is in front of your rear wheel. Scott hits an exposed tree root here, but wasn't aware of it.
I think this is worse.
There's nothing wrong with getting off to push your bike or lift it onto a better line. The best hard enduro riders do it. You can too. Be ready to throw the bike. Too many riders don't let go of the bars, loop the bike out, and it can cartwheel all the way back down. Don't be afraid to drop your bike.
Geez, mate, surprised you.
See that rock in front of Scott's rear wheel? Impossible to get over at our skill level. It always pays to check and avoid wasting energy on an impossible manoeuvre. Scott could possibly dig a trench here and push the bike up, but it will wreck the track fast for others.
Man, I can't believe you got it up those bits.
Well done.
And property owners often lynch riders who create big erosion problems when it rains.
Yeah, she's very off camber here. That's exactly what happened to you last time, I think? No. Or was it the front wheel that washed out?
Watch carefully. You can see Scott applying his weight to the bike on the seat and foot pegs. This can help give a brief moment of traction that can also bounce you up and out of a hole in the track. Great leg paddling here. Keeps his weight on that rear wheel, clutch slipping to avoid wheel spin.
Unstoppable now.
Leg paddling is a great skill, sitting or standing. Jeff lightly dabs the ground for balance, but keeps all his weight on that rear wheel. Pivot turns save lots of energy when you need to change direction or make a tight turn. Very occasionally you can use trees to help get up. I hook my left leg on this tree to get that little bit of extra help on this steep section. Jeff does the same section with careful clutch slipping. Nicely done. It's an impossible climb for us, so Scott will need to drop or ghost the bike. Nobody likes to deliberately throw their bike away, but on very steep slopes it can be the safest option, and sometimes the bike might just make it to the top. See our training vid about ghosting.
I don't think it's going to happen, Jeff.
Alright.
Another option to ghosting is turn or pivot turn your bike to the right when you know you can't make the climb.
Nice.
Why the right? You can use your right foot to hold the rear brake. Again, see our hill climb recovery video. A little seat bounce for traction.
Well, we don't know what happened here, but it was obviously good.
Run up and momentum are critical, of course. These dusty rock faces are hard to get traction on.
Nah, she's wheel spinning. Definitely slippery.
Not enough momentum for the second rock face, so it's time to look for alternative lines. Again, pivot turns are great for moving the bike around. Damn, that's a pretty big drop. Here is where I get visions of fracturing my spine again.
Whoa.
Jeff lets me know when I'm close to losing the rear wheel. Spotting is always a good idea in tough situations. Get your riding buddies to watch out and, if needed, get ready to catch you or the bike. See our training vid about spotting. Again, it helps to see what's in front of your rear wheel. Get off the bike if needed. A little rock could throw the rear wheel out here and cause big problems.
I don't know if she'd be rideable from here.
Yeah, you will.
Even little twigs or a bit of dirt on a rock face can drop traction dramatically.
Oh, is this your line?
The one I did last time, yeah.
I'll get on first.
It's a bit dumb trying to ride up this. Even getting on the bike makes it move back and it almost drops off the ledge.
Do not go back.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to grip that well. I might just pull her up.
And of course the last resort is getting someone else to help pull the bike up when you admit defeat. Sigh.
Thank you. Just like me. You only need the run up there, I think, Jeff.
We've got a pile of relevant training vids. See our playlist of hill climb training vids on our YouTube channel.
Bugger.
And remember, the more bruises and abrasions, the better.